You listened to him on the KVJ show for years. Every time he tried to talk sports, he'd get shut down. After years of begging, we finally gave in. Brought to you by Bremen Motor Cars and by Wellington Anti-Aging. It's Kevin's Other Show on 640 The Hurricane.
Yeah, here we go. Welcome to it. What's up? It's Kev here with you. Got Ricky Bobby.
Yep.
We got Diener.
Hey, man.
All checking in today. Probably the story that has moved me the most is what is going on at Marjory Stoneman Douglas today. And as you look at a school that is about to go back in session tomorrow with teachers there yesterday and today, there's some of these stories that just the kind of stuff that you're like, this is what you see in a movie. I mean, it really is. The one tweet that we put up on not only my own Twitter at Kevin Ralston, but also on 640 The Hurricane, is the photo of this rainbow that's just right over Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School that happened yesterday when people were out there. And you've just got all the memorials that are outside of the school. And then here just from the heavens is like this rainbow. It looks like it's like photoshopped in. It couldn't have been more perfect. It's just it's really just stunning imagery that happens with this whole thing. And all the banners that are out there, and we've got a KVJ Nation banner that is going to be hanging in the hallways tomorrow as some of the kids come back, and the support of the community is fantastic. And one of the great stories that I love is Dwayne Wade and bringing him back to the community and what he means, obviously, to South Florida.
Right.
You know, when he was there and got that standing ovation his first night back at American Airlines Arena, and then the story that is out today of one of the victims of the shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas. He was buried in Dwayne Wade's jersey, which you're just like, wow. I mean, Joaquin Oliver is the name of the 17-year-old that had lost his life in the shooting. And it really kind of got to Dwayne Wade and put a point to it. You know, he and LeBron, they've been coming into the criticism of just shut up and dribble was what one of the Fox News anchors had said to him. And here was kind of a response with Dwayne Wade after finding about Joaquin Oliver being buried in one of his Dwayne Wade jerseys.
You hurt for the family, you know, and if you ever get an opportunity to speak to them, you know, you just try to hope that the time where he was alive, that you was able to help bring some form of joy to his life. I don't even know the word, you know, for it. Like I said, like I retweeted on Twitter, I said, you know, you're gonna make me cry. It's emotional even thinking about that, that his parents felt that burying him in my jersey was something that he wanted.
Mm-hmm. And he said that's why he will not shut up and dribble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, when you're an inspiration to that many people to where they decide to bury you in the jersey that you wear, it's that's one thing that's definitely not going to say, hey, you know what? I am going to be quiet this time. It's not going to make you say that.
Absolutely, yeah. The thing that just really, honestly, seems like it's a movie script is when you really look, and I had heard, you know, yesterday that Stoneman Douglas had won the Florida State Championship in hockey. I was like, wow, okay, that's just absolutely amazing. What, 11 days after the shooting that happened there. But have you guys like really heard the story of what happened and how they wound up winning the championship? That's the thing that's really unbelievable to me. Is you look at this team, they started off Marjory Stoneman Douglas. They lost their first 3 games.
Amazing.
So they come out in the state finals, boom, boom, boom. They're way down. They start out the final day, and they are the bottom seed. They're the last chance to wind up winning this state championship. And they apparently go right into the semifinals, last seed. They pull off an upset. They're going, okay, that's a nice little story. They then win their next game 3-1, make it into the finals. Then they came out strong. They scored 4 goals in the first period and won the final game 7-4 to take the title.
Unbelievable. I mean, you just add all this in, like you said, with the rainbow showing up over the school. Now the hockey team wins the state championship. And what, they qualify for nationals now too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Senior Matthew Horowitz scored 2 of the goals and 3 of the assists, and he was talking a little bit about, you know, what it meant for the school and the win and the energy that they had. And just as they're out there on the ice, the one thing they just kept thinking is like, oh my gosh, you know, if we're going to do this, how great would this be? And, you know, the dedicated moment Here's one of the comments that came from that.
I love the way our team came together this weekend. It's been a rough week for all of us, and hockey for us is more of a stress reliever. So when we come out on the ice, we're able to just release everything.
I have no words. Like, this is what we worked for the whole weekend, and it worked.
We're pretty much fighting for the 17 that passed away out here.
It's been a tough week. We came here to win. We came here to go to nationals. We all just came together and got the win.
You know, stuff that happened in our school. Now we had a motivation. You know, we were motivated to come here and win nationals, or to win states and go to natties. You know, that's a big deal.
What a crazy story. I mean, how amazing is that too?
And the bottom seed, it's not like they came in as know the top seed, the favorite to win it all, like they were a national powerhouse. The bottom seed, and they get it done with all this behind them.
Well, you ever see those movies and you're like going, come on. You know, we've all watched The Rocky, and you're like going, all right, this isn't going to happen.
Right.
It's so hokey, and, you know, you're not buying into it. But, I mean, if this doesn't one day get made into a movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. And it's funny because it's like some type of divine intervention, too, because you'd be surprised what something like that would be able to do to you, would be able to do to your focus, to be able to change the way. Because, I mean, if you look at, you know, the way they played prior to the way they played when they actually won it was like two different teams because they were just so motivated by something.
Yeah.
And that obviously was, you know, the horrific incident.
Something to be said about playing with a purpose.
Yes. I would say so at this point. It's incredible. Good for them. I mean, that's awesome. I'd love to hear that story. We were talking about it last night. I'm like, man, that is so freaking cool that they were able to do that and state champions.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows where they can go on from here? Maybe, maybe they'll win the entire national title. What a story that would be.
Well, if they do that, you have to make it into a movie.
Then it has to be a movie.
You
No
got to do it
choice.
like next year. Like, you need to start casting right away for, okay, who's going to be playing what parts. It'd be one of the greatest movies. What is, would you say, arguably the greatest sports story that's been made into a movie, and what is the greatest sports story that we haven't yet made into a movie?
Oh, man.
We Are Marshals up there. That's a real-life story. Because you've got some that are like sports movies, but, you know, the ones that have been, like, fabricated. You know, you got ones that they've just written it to make a movie.
Like Angels in the Outfield?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, that didn't really happen? No?
Is that too? Oh, I was just saying. I was thinking that's a fabricated sports movie. I was really into that though.
Christopher Lloyd was great in that movie.
Tony
I have
Danza.
to say. Yes.
Yeah, so that'd be my thought is like, okay, where would that put that? To me, I would rank up with some of the greatest of all time if you're going to make that into a movie.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
I think Remember the Titans, you know, Rocky.
I was going to say that,
You got your fake ones. Rocky is probably my favorite sports movie. I would say arguably the best, but I mean, it's so unbelievably unrealistic. Well, right up there with Karate Kid.
And Angels in the Outfield.
Yes. Yeah, and Angels in the Outfield. They're
And in
like
the
in their own
infield,
category.
too, I believe there was one of those. Angels in the End Zone was another one.
Yeah, they kind of made a whole franchise.
They really did. I don't know why. I think it's also, too, it's like it may be one of those stories that may not be good as a movie, but more of a documentary. Like The Miracle on Ice.
I was going to say that,
The 30 for 30 on The Miracle on Ice is probably one of the best TV moments of all time.
The movie Miracle's solid.
I was going to say, the movie it did get good reviews, right?
No, the movie I think is amazing, and that's
the documentary though is so insane because it tells you so much of a deeper story to what happened in the Russians' locker room as well as what was going on in the U.S. So this may be better as a documentary, as a 30 for 30 type,
so you think
than it would be as a fabricated movie.
Miracle the documentary is better than Miracle the movie.
I think so, personally.
Really? Okay.
Have you watched it 30 for 30?
No, I got to see it.
It is insane.
The 30 for 30, like, I haven't seen a bad one yet.
They're all so good, but this one was, like, really, really good.
They take stories that you shouldn't care about, and for some reason, it's unbelievable.
So
they'll do, like, a 30 for 30 on a spelling bee, and you'll be like, it'll be gripping.
Captivated. Like, I can't believe
you'll be on the edge of your
spelled
seat.
onomatopoeia after all the adversity.
He stood on stage. He locked his knees. He passed out.
and then they cut to like 7 other people and how they reacted to when they first saw it. And it's all like unbelievable. I can't believe it actually happened.
Are we missing that a spelling bee movie? Is that can be? No, wait, there was one, wasn't there?
Honestly, if there's the most ridiculous programming ESPN has, it's the fact they cover spelling bees. Like that's the one thing. Like there's got to be. Is
they
there a ton
continue
of
to do it though?
I know.
There must be ratings somewhere.
Is there ratings? Is there sponsorship? Is it just like we feel bad? Is it our give back to the community, trying to like enhance education?
Who sponsors the spelling bee?
Is it Scripps? It's Scripps National Spelling Bee.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, okay. So I mean,
why do I know that?
Are they on the take for that? Yeah. How much money are they making out of doing a spelling bee?
Why are the kids not getting any money out of this? Now we're back to amateurs again.
Amateur spelling bee.
Amateur spelling bee. We're exploiting these children.
Yeah.
For their ability to spell and read and be good students.
Real sports movies. Remember the Titans is up there. Miracle's up there.
Yeah.
We Are Marshall is up there. What are the other ones if you had to do the top 10? And I'm talking about there's got to be 2 categories because you got the ones that are, because you write a fake sports movie, it's a lot easier to do.
I was going to say, there is a fake one that comes to mind. I believe it's called Facing Giants. It's something like that. And it was kind of like a lower budget movie.
Yeah.
By a Christian movie studio.
Okay.
But really good. I mean, really solid movie. Very inspirational.
Yeah, there was one that I saw. I can't remember the name of it. And it is, too, the same thing. In fact, it had John Voight playing Bear Bryant in it.
Yes, I do remember that one.
And I can't remember what that movie was. And I was
Wait,
solid.
was that on ESPN?
It might have
No, that was just a regular in-theater movie.
It was,
I mean, they
okay.
may have run it at some point, but yeah.
Because there was some type of documentary movie that they did with Bear Bryant, but that may not have been John Voight.
Yeah. Okay.
Hoosiers?
There's a lot of sport. Hoosiers? Okay.
Hoosiers?
That. You know what? That's arguably better than Miracle. Hoosiers is
Hoosiers really good.
Hoosiers fantastic.
Rudy?
Rudy. Yeah.
The only problem, if you ever heard the breakdown of the realism of Rudy and just how fake that
really
movie
is.
was.
Sean Astin did a great job, though.
Yeah, but I mean, the whole thing, like, who was it? Joe Montana, I think, kind of like rolled over on the whole thing and said, yeah, nobody came in, threw their jerseys down. Nobody was chanting Rudy. Like, yeah.
But don't tell us that, Joe. All right.
Wait
I want
a
to watch
second.
Rudy.
Oh, he totally ruined the movie. Like,
Yeah,
I've never
can't do
seen
that.
Rudy. One, because
No.
I'm not a big Notre Dame guy. It's hard for me to watch.
It's so
anything
good. You
prior
never
to
It's a
seen
that.
it?
movie.
I
Turn
know.
it off
It's-
for a second.
Even in a movie, I can't even watch the Irish do well.
Jesus.
It really
That's
is.
what it is.
It's that bad.
You
I
gotta
think
see Rudy.
I think we're really missing the #1 sports movie of all
What?
time. Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit was
Never
actually
seen
pretty
that.
good.
Yeah, me
Really?
either. I never really gave a
Tobey
crap.
Maguire was pretty good in that.
He
It
was
was, huh?
Spider-Man and only Spider-Man to me, and that's it.
Don't talk about Spider-Man 3 with me.
Okay. They have 2 different categories. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, going from the best sports movies of all time to, we kind of touched upon this yesterday. What would you say are the worst sports themes ever written for teams? Got to put probably the Bears Super Bowl Shuffle in there,
It's
right?
so bad. I did some homework on this morning, and when I tell you these are bad, these are really bad. Like, I couldn't believe it when I heard these this morning.
But believe it or not, there's actually worse than the Super Bowl Shuffle.
Yes.
We got the top 5 absolute worst sports themes of all time coming up next.
Welcome to the most introspective sports show you'll ever hear. Oh, wait. Kevin's doing it? Never mind. It's Kevin's Other Show on 640 The Hurricane.
I got to say, I think I kind of appreciate he's throwing in the Beastie Boys today over Jock Jams from yesterday.
Oh, I got him in here. Don't you worry.
You will hear Sandstorm at some point in time today.
I never know what I'm going to get. And then, like, yesterday, I'm like, really? We brought Jock Jams around
That's
here?
right.
It's like, this is the best we got for the intro music for the show? We got to go Jock
Mail
Jams?
it in Monday, Kevin.
It was.
It was the first show. We had to make it special. Had to throw in the Jock Jams.
Jock Jams is kind of fun, though. When you hear it, I mean, what a classic.
Well, that's why. Like, you get into it because you know the songs.
Yeah.
That's why.
There was like 3 years of great anthem-type dance music that came out. Early 90s, baby. But what about the worst sports themes of all time? We were talking about the worst of the Jock Jams yesterday. There's a couple that come to mind, and there are a couple that I didn't even know about. In fact, one that is completely, totally, I think, in my opinion, humiliating. And it focuses on one South Florida sports team.
Oh, God.
I didn't even know this happened.
I did not know this song existed until we were doing prep today, and he shows me this song, and I said, this is the most horrendous thing I've ever heard in my
I
entire
mean,
life.
come on.
It's-
Knowles, what's up? Really?
This
it's
is
bad.
horrendous.
Going back to 1988, and this is why it's so bad. Florida State, their football team, #1 preseason. Cocky. They're like going, okay, we got this. We are going to be bringing it. They come up with something called the Seminole Rap. And it's got such classic lyrics as, hey, we're the Seminoles of Florida State. We know we're good. Some say we're great.
Oh, very well done.
That's some like script spelling bee rhymes.
Our goal is simple, best in the land, rocking to the beat of the Marching Chiefs Band. Wow. This is the Seminole Rap.
You hear it straight off of VHS.
You would know it's from 1988,
Hey, we are the Seminoles of Florida State. We know we're good, some say we're great. Our goal is simple, best in the land. Rocking to the beat of the March Chiefs Band. On Saturday night, we'll strut our stuff.
Yeah.
To show the nation the nose are tough. We work real hard to get where we're at. So we're having fun doing the Seminole Rap.
My name is Sam, and I love to run.
Oh, dang.
I can't keep going.
I'm feeling this.
24, just give me the ball.
They need a 30 for 30 on this studio session right here.
I love this.
That would be the
Amazing.
greatest.
That's pretty amazing, yeah. Here's what I love. So the Seminoles come out of the Seminole Rap 1988, preseason number 1. First game is against the Canes.
That's right.
Anybody remember the final score of that game?
I'm pretty sure Miami won that game.
They did.
Yeah.
31-0.
That's what I'm talking about.
You come out with the Seminole Rap, you're ranked number 1 preseason, you throw out that garbage, and you go out and you get destroyed by your rival 31-0.
It was the curse of the Seminole Rap is what it was.
That arguably is just, I would arguably put that at number 1 just because the story behind it.
Right.
It's written out of arrogance. It's written out of being number 1. It's, hey, we're the Seminoles of Florida State. We know we're good. Some say we're great. Our goal is simple, best in the land, rocking the beat of the Marching Chiefs Band. And then you come out and get plastered.
Not only that, but
31-0.
Then the verses, you start introducing the players. Hey, I'm Sammy.
Yes.
Please stop. Don't. Sammy, put it away.
Can I suggest something for everybody? Go on to YouTube and type in the Seminole Rap. You will not believe the video that goes along with this. It is just completely the most cringeworthy thing I've ever watched in my life.
If you love that kind of stuff, that's great.
It's incredible.
Okay, put that at number 1. A lot of the worst songs and sports anthems of all time happen in football. Not all of them in college. A lot in the NFL. I'll put right here, you remember the Super Bowl Shuffle, obviously.
Sure.
Probably the most popular one. Did this thing actually ever even chart? This is what, 1985, is that right?
Yeah.
I have a group of friends that are Bears fans that literally sing this every Sunday.
No, I think it was actually on like the top Billboard 100.
Yeah,
it was a very
up.
popular song.
Yeah, was this actually a top 100 hit? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, no.
What did it do?
It was nominated for a Grammy.
No, it
Yes,
wasn't.
it was.
That's
I
gotta be
swear.
a joke.
It's
nominated for a Grammy? This hot pile of garbage?
I can't even say with a straight face.
Really?
Yes.
1985.
1985.
Grammy Award nominated. Super Bowl Shuffle, huh?
For the best R&B performance by a duo or a group.
No way.
It lost to Kiss. No, I'm sorry. It lost to Prince, the song Kiss.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh.
So at least it didn't beat out Prince.
Like, when did
And
Kiss do R&B?
those were some of their deep tracks.
I read that R&B version of Love Gun? Come on.
Actually, it would be pretty sweet.
That would be amazing.
How about
Not a
that?
bad idea, actually.
R&B
An R&B
version
band
of
out there,
Love
yeah.
Gun.
Some of the other ones I didn't even know about. 1988. This whole era, you're going to see all the way between the Seminole Rap 88, Super Bowl Shuffle 85. Also in 1988, Philadelphia Eagles. They did a song. I'd never heard this one. It's Buddies Watching You.
So creepy.
You can't do this in today's climate.
No. No.
You cannot have a song called Buddies Watching You in today's climate. Oh, the audio quality on these are atrocious.
Oh, it's terrible. I mean, it was recorded straight off of a VHS tape.
Yeah.
I got a Tascam, too.
Jerome Brown with a lot to say. I back it up by the way I play. Guys, look at me and know what to do. I say, look out! I'm coming on through.
Randall Cunningham, quarterback.
Randall
The
Cunningham.
guy everybody wants to say. Now you see me, now you don't. You think you will? No, you won't.
6, wide receiver.
Think you will? Well, no, you won't.
There was a part at the end of that, and I listened to a solid 2 minutes of that song. It's 5.5 minutes, by the way.
Really?
The entire thing is 5.5 minutes.
Okay.
And there's a part toward the end with Reggie White, and he says something like, "I sack you and then say God bless you." It's something like that. I'm like, that is just such a great finish
That song
for
is
his verse.
grueling.
Oh, it's terrible.
NASCAR.
Yeah, some of the great lyrics from Buddy's Watching You. I can kick field goals. Am I nervous? Yeah, I suppose. I win the game by hitting the mark. This game's over before it starts. Oh, yeah. Buddy's Watching You. I don't know what sounds dirtier. Okay, wait, here. I got 2 examples. Okay, these are some of the worst
So I was listening
sports
to him like,
things
wait,
of all
what
time.
did he just say?
Okay, you got Buddy's Watching You. Which one's creepier in title? Philadelphia Eagles from 1988, or in 1986, the LA Rams did Ram It.
Oh, my Lord.
That's not what it's called, is it?
It's called Ram It,
All right.
yeah. Buddy's Watching You, Ram It. Put them together. Put them together. I'm actually kind of digging this, I'm not gonna lie.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Everything else has been rap. This is kind of like got a little Bee Gees-ish, a little disco-y.
Ram it.
Okay.
Ram it while Buddy's watching.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Well, I mean, those are the names of the songs.
Can't.
What do you want from me?
Here's one of the lyrics from it. I like to ram it, as you can see. Nobody likes ramming more than me. Come on, man. What? Really?
Dude, could you imagine the LA Rams
Not
coming
today's
out with
climate.
this
You can't.
today?
Yeah.
I was going to
Not
say,
today's
you talk
climate.
about today's climate. That's...
Can't do it. You can't do Buddy's Watching You or ram it.
And the thing that is so bad.
Yeah.
It's going to get
Wow.
rough. Is that what he just said?
He did.
Okay.
Okay. We've gone there, I guess.
I come from the end, looking for the sack. I don't stop coming till I put him on the back.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Hey! Hey! You're going to have to drop some of
Oh,
this.
hang on a second.
And then they go into the chorus. Ram it.
Ram it.
Ram it all night long. Gonna ram. What?
Jeez. That's a bit too much.
It's also got a little bit of like
Oh
that
my-
porn vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
If you had the
Oh.
instrumental.
This is definitely being played in the background of an 80s porn,
Songs
right?
you could also use in porn.
Yes, this is one.
The Rams with Ram It. Yes.
I think that's going to be stuck in my head all day now.
Wow.
It's not bad. It's actually, that one's actually kind of catchy. I like that. I'll take that off the list.
I wonder if that was nominated for a Grammy.
All right, number 1 worst sports anthem of all time. It's actually not even one from the 80s, but it does have Florida all over it, baby.
See, we're a little rock and roll. This is good.
This is far and away.
Scott Stapp.
No.
Dear.
We want strikeouts, base hits, double plays. Take the field, hear the roar on the crowd.
How did anybody take this man seriously?
My Marlins.
Scott Stapp's in like a hotel room somewhere
Okay,
listening
South
to
Florida.
this.
We got Pitbull, we got Flo Rida, we got Gloria Estefan. Somebody said, nah, let's go with Scott Stapp.
Scott
Yeah,
Stapp.
exactly. You will suck? Is that what they're saying?
Sort.
Oh. Well, they say a little predictive.
At least finally we have a non-pervy song here.
True.
I'm going to put that at number 1, absolute worst sports theme of all time.
I mean, was that inspirational for the Marlins in 2003 or 9? I guess it was 2003. Like, did that do something for them? Was
I
that
don't even know.
blasting?
No, I think it came out in a year that they tanked. I don't
okay.
remember them doing well that year.
No, I wouldn't imagine.
Coming up here in just a couple minutes, I've been saying for a while that I thought there was no way that Gronk would go to the WWE, but now I've heard a new theory. I believe it's totally going to happen. I will tell you why coming up next.
It's Derek Jeter's favorite sports show, just like Derek Jeter is Florida's favorite owner. Kevin's Other Show on 640 The Hurricane.
Guys like this solo I've been working on?
It's not bad. We should put
I
this
like
together.
your footwork.
Got everything going at once there.
Big fan of the footwork there.
There's no way that there's normal singing happening in this song.
What do you mean? You're the voice of an angel.
There's going to be no melodic singing. Like, I mean, how do you even start with a song like this?
Listen.
Baby, I love you.
This is the R&B version of Love Gun. What are you talking about?
It comes out pretty strong. It does.
Yeah, I would imagine that.
I can only tell you this. There's the lead singer's name is M. Shadows. So
M.
you can only
Shadows?
imagine how M. Shadows is going to sound in this song.
This is going to be like a group that's going to be like called like Lamb's Blood.
You're close. Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Avenged Sevenfold.
But see, they did a whole lot of really hardcore stuff prior to
Yes.
them being the mainstream Avenged Sevenfold everybody loves now.
Yeah, this is actually nominated for a Grammy as well.
Well, here we go. It's
It
a
is.
Grammy nominated show today.
There he is.
It's not bad.
That's
you know
it,
what?
yeah.
I thought it was going to be a little bit more intense.
I'm telling you,
No,
man.
he's good.
Not
He's
gonna
got
lie.
a good,
Okay.
melodic voice. He does some of the screaming sometimes, but he's good.
Okay. All right. Add that to the playlist, my man.
There you go.
Love it.
I got you.
Better than Darude, I guess.
Better than Jock Jams, yeah.
Whatever,
No doubt.
guys.
Don't tempt me. My finger's right there.
I've been saying for a while that I thought there was absolutely no way that Gronk would wind up in the WWE.
I don't know why you would say that.
Because I thought the WWE, if you're trying to get away from the NFL, the WWE is not where you go running.
Well, I mean, but you could be able to be an extra character and not really throw down too much and just be like a face.
Well, after I saw Ronda Rousey the other day and what she did with her debut, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah. And what I remember Gronk doing, I think was it last year? Was it WrestleMania?
It was WrestleMania
In
last
Orlando.
year. Yep.
Yeah. And I saw what he did. He got into the ring. Nothing was crazy. They could totally do enough stuff where he doesn't have to take on the same kind of physicality. Wouldn't he be close to an NFL season?
What kind of debut was Ronda Rousey? She stood around, she put someone through a table, she walked off. It
Yeah.
wasn't even a friggin' match.
It was a contract signing. You know somebody's always going through the table at a contract signing.
How much does she make?
Oh,
Do we know
I've got to look that up. She's got to be one of the highest paid out there. I think Brock Lesnar is the highest paid active guy in the roster right now, and he's part-time, by the way.
Okay.
She's got to be like right below there.
How much is he bringing in? What's like the highest end WWE salary you're
They
gonna
don't
get?
make that much. Like guys like
Because
John
they make
Cena,
a lot on endorsements, that's why.
That's true.
And they're actors for the most. Like John Cena makes a lot on movies.
Right now,
and
he's
crap.
making a lot of movies, but his wrestling salary, John Cena, was maybe like $1 or $2 million, which
Okay.
compared, you're talking,
Right.
Major star athletes. It's nothing compared to that. I think Lesnar is like $5 million, just off the top of my head. I remember hearing that.
$5 million. Okay, so my question is, what could Gronk possibly make in the WWE compared to what he's making in the NFL? What are the two salaries?
Oh, it'll be a definite salary cut, but he doesn't spend his NFL money. He's been putting that away the entire time. So he could be able to go there, and off of endorsements alone, he's been surviving.
Yeah.
So endorsements from that, and then also, he's going to go and act, too.
Well, and that's the thing, whereas with the NFL, he's going to have to be all about the Patriots if he's playing football. But
Yeah,
if
because
he's
Tommy's going to
doing-
kill him if he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, if he's doing WWE, he's doing crash leads or whatever, other thing he's doing to make,
Oh,
my
yeah,
9-year-old
that
son
thing.
laugh.
So weird.
He's
But-
Gronk.
Yeah, you got plenty of time to be able to do something like that.
How does Gronk get away with having that persona of being like this big party boy and yet still do a show on Nickelodeon?
He's, I think, the only man in history who's been able to pull this off. I don't think anybody else can either. I don't know. It's just like a persona
That's
he
like
has.
Jim Belushi hosting Splat or something
Yeah.
like that. Like, I mean, I don't know how he gets away
But
with
he
it.
parties, but he hasn't been, he hasn't been arrested. He hasn't had that real dumb moment.
That's
I mean,
true.
we don't have that Gronk moment. Yeah, you got him, shirtless on stage in Miami Beach, but you don't have him, where's the big scandal with Gronk?
He's just a big goof.
Yeah,
I think
big
that's what it
goof.
is. He's
Yeah.
a lovable goof.
You can write that off. It's
I
all
guess
good.
so.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious, like what he could possibly make in WWE, and the theory that I heard about him going to WWE started to make sense about how much money he could make. Where if he could get in the $4, $5, $6 million, make money on doing crash leads, and the thing that would make the most sense for Vince McMahon, who's trying to launch the XFL, is to have Gronk be your guy that comes in and he is the spokesperson, the model, the guy that gets people to buy in and give his football league some legitimacy. It's a guy that first establishes himself in the WWE. We know Gronk as a wrestler from the WWE, but we still know him as a pro football player, and here he comes, and he's the guy that brings in the XFL.
I never even thought of that.
That is
That's kind of a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Excellent theory. You see, you've come over to my way
did you
of
come
thinking
up
now.
with that? That's pretty good.
That's where I am with it now. I'm like going,
Wow.
okay, that starts to make sense because you supplement a lot of money doing something like that.
Confucius said Gronkowski go to XFL. Oh, okay.
Exactly, yes.
Wow.
There it is.
Oh, wisdom.
Wisdom. Welcome to Gronk's house. Please take off your shoes, because you'll step on beer bottles.
A lot of Patriots fans are losing their mind because of this Gronk tweet that came out over the weekend that makes absolutely no sense.
0 cents. It's like trying to read like Sanskrit. Like you're trying to decipher something. It's impossible.
But Patriots fans are losing their minds over this, thinking he's absolutely retiring after reading this. On Gronk's Twitter, it says, "Foresee your own future." Yeah. By the way, foresee is spelled with 3 E's.
3 E's in there.
3 E's. I said he tweets like Trump, like a bunch of weird letters, extra words that are not needed.
Control your own temptations. Yes. And your destiny will not just be reached. Yes. It will just be starting.
Wait, what? What? I don't understand.
Makes 0 sense.
No.
Foresee your own future. Okay, I got that.
Right.
Control your own temptations. Okay, thank you.
Cool.
And your destiny will not just be reached. It will just be starting.
What? That's where, like, everything else is okay. It's kind of like little proverbs. And then he just totally loses me there at the end.
Yeah.
But Patriots fans have gone over the damn deep end over this whole entire thing. You've seen people hanging themselves in Boston, even though I have no idea what this means. Do they speak some type of different language than we do?
They're losing sleep over this. Like, they're trying to figure out, what does this mean?
It's kind of genius because you want something to make a little bit of sense to start off with, but then at the end, you just plunge right off the deep end, which you did.
Yes.
And that's how you completely and totally mess with somebody. Especially if somebody's so into it.
And I can't I can't give Gronk enough credit to say that he was unintentionally cryptic. It made no sense.
No,
I would like to say
the mental capacity
No,
to do that.
I just think he literally just made no sense. Like it sounded good in his mind, and then he wrote it out, and no one knows what the hell he's talking
He's
about.
behind the phone. Oh, Gronk tweet. Gronk tweet words sometimes.
How many E's can he fit in the word foresee?
Foresee.
Okay. Who do you think made less sense?
All right.
Gronkowski in that tweet or Geno Smith trying to defend why the earth is flat?
Oh, this is a good one. This could be the question of the day right here.
Man, I just hate this man so much.
Now, apparently, what was it? He went out on some kind of
boating trip.
Yes. And he tells you about it in his tweets.
Bring it back.
Welcome.
He said, Geno Smith tweets out, "I've been studying this whole flat earth versus globe thing. And I think I may be with Kyrie on this.
Uh-oh.
No.
Before you do some HW homework, but what do you guys think?"
What?
He basically came back and said at the end of it all that he believed that we're being tricked by big science and that the reason why we don't fall off the earth is because there are restricted areas to keep us safe.
That's right. He did say that.
That's his own research.
And he went out on his boat like Christopher Columbus, modern-day Christopher Columbus, Geno Smith, and did his research.
Yes. So what are these football players doing in the offseason?
They're getting paid way too much money.
Neil deGrasse Tyson drinks because of this.
Is there drug testing that happens this time of year in
I
the
hope
NFL?
so. We need it.
Okay. All right, coming up in a couple minutes, we thought that Jarvis Landry was safe as a Dolphin because they slapped on him the franchise tag, but is that basically the first step of getting rid of him? What do you think? Is Jarvis Landry gone? We'll tell you why next.
Can't wait to break down last night's game? Yeah, not. It's Kevin's Other Show on 640 The Hurricane.
Oh, you had to do it, didn't you?
I did. I'm sorry.
It's up my wheelhouse, baby.
I like this one, right?
I actually couldn't figure it out in the beginning. And
Is
then I'm
there
like,
any chance you know who sings this song?
I do, actually. The Venga Boys.
Venga Boys,
Yes.
baby. Yeah.
1999, straight out of 1999. Yeah, pump it.
I can't believe that this is playing right now. We've really taken this show to a hell in a handbasket.
Nah, man, play that. Play that out.
This was too late for Jock Jams, wasn't it?
It was like right on the cusp of where they had like Jock Jams 10. So they couldn't really add it anymore.
Jock Jams 10.
Oh, I
It
saw
was
it.
his
Now,
own thing.
now I can't believe this is music 70-something the other
Yeah.
day.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't believe that they're still making those
They need to
albums.
stop.
They've been going since like the late 90s. Yeah, they're still cranking them out.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Remember the first Now? I think
Yeah.
it was like Britney Spears.
I think it was like
and
Baby.
NSYNC
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 99. Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely. Still
Here
doing
we
it.
are, 64 or 75 or something like that.
Was the Venga Boys on the first Now CD? Maybe.
No, I'm
right?
not sure. Yeah, I don't know. So beyond my skill set. So what is going to be going on with the Dolphins? You know, if you just rewind where they were last year, I mean, there was some confidence about the Dolphins, right? They came off a decent season. Were they 10-6 the year before?
10-6.
Yeah, a little appearance in the
playoffs.
playoffs. You know, you're like going, okay, this is a franchise that's on the upswing. And now you look at what happened this season, and there's just more question marks than there is any kind of answers. And who's even safe on the roster? Who's going to be in a Dolphins uniform? Probably the only thing that you thought was certain was Jarvis Landry. They put a franchise tag on him, and that may be the first sign that he's going to be going. According to an NFL source, the Dolphins are looking to trade Landry. They just want to find a team that's willing to give up something acceptable in return. Is he gone? Is he staying? Is he going? What's going on? And is it the worst thing ever? He seems like he's, a necessary piece for this offense, because what else do you have that's stable?
You would think so, right? Because, like you said,
else? I mean, is there anything else stable that you're building an offense around? I mean, are you building your offense around a quarterback?
Tannehill?
They were. Are you doing that now?
I wouldn't call him stable. Not anymore. Is anybody on the offensive line stable at this point?
Well, that's the whole entire thing. You have a crap offensive line. You have a running back that's just going to get murdered all next season. And then what are you going to do? You're going to trade away your only shining light in your offense? This is from the same organization that turned around and said, yeah, Jay Cutler, come here.
You know what? You listen here, Jets fan.
I'm just saying.
We should mute your mic for the last 5 minutes of the show.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that this is a terrible organization that's made terrible decisions over and over again.
Is that all you're saying?
That's all I'm saying. I think that's all it needs to be said.
Well, but I think I think to be fair, I think you got to go back. I mean, you got to go back to the Drew Brees days, when they could have made him a Dolphin and didn't happen. And I mean, how long has it happened? So what do you do now? So you got Jarvis Landry. The only thing you're going to probably build any kind of offense around. This might be one of the first guys going. Now, Landry was looking for a 4-year, $58 million contract from the Dolphins, so that might be something they're looking done low. But where's did they want to go with this? You got what, Drake running back? You got Landry out on the outside. Like, what else do you have to build around? You're probably going to be drafting a quarterback. Would you say that is going to be happening here for the Dolphins in the first round?
I think so, with possibly Josh Rosen and or Baker Mayfield being available at the 11 slot. They got to go with one of those guys. They have to go with somebody younger. With Tannehill being injured so much, I mean, they had Devontae
Why is Josh
Parker.
Rosen getting all the way down to you guys?
I don't know. If he does, I don't want him.
That should worry me right away. As soon as you see Josh Rosen be able to get all the way down there, that should worry the hell out of me. And I don't think you want Baker Mayfield.
Oh, Draft Day. That's another sports movie. I just thought of that.
That's a great movie.
Kevin Costner.
Is it really?
Yeah. It is actually really good.
That's actually a very, very good movie.
Okay.
Anytime it's on TV, I'm like, I'm on.
Okay, do you put what is the Tom Cruise movie?
Jerry Maguire.
Does that count, or is that too much of a chick flick? Because they kind of like tricked you into thinking that was a sports movie, and then when you go see him, like, well, this is all about love.
It was.
What are you doing? Why am I crying in my popcorn?
I know. I kind of felt deceived when I saw that one.
I mean, Roy Firestone's in that. Troy Aikman makes an appearance.
Bob
like
Sugar,
some
baby.
athletes. Yeah,
Bob Sugar.
That's right.
That's where it's at, man.
That's right.
Bob Sugar.
Kind of qualifies, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's they tricked you, but I feel like that's exactly the same thing that the Dolphins organization is doing to all their fans right now. Is they're tricking the hell out of them as well.
We saw the franchise tag, and we're like, all right, cool. We're going to keep our best offensive player. And oh wait, they want to trade him.
But what can you build around a slot receiver though? Can you build a whole organization around one offensive player?
But what are you going to get?
You have Devontae Parker. I mean, I guess that.
What are you doing in exchange? I guess, it doesn't hurt to look, but I mean, what are you going to get in exchange? Where you're saying, okay, I mean, because you got to have. Here's the thing, man. I think right now, South Florida, at least after watching what the Marlins have done again, you're just burned. It's so easy to become disenfranchised with your team, and when you've got nobody that they're building around, what is your most marketable piece if you're the Miami Dolphins? Is it Sue?
After Landry?
Yeah,
I would guess it's
Landry,
Sue.
It's Sue.
The only problem with Sue is that his contract is so big. No one's going to want to take that on when it comes to having a marketable piece.
But who are you like, even if you're just trying to market and say, hey, love the Dolphins, here's like a name that you know and love?
Oh, on that aspect, it's Sue.
Yeah, it's
You know what, though? I feel like, I don't know how many Dolphins fans really like Sue. Like, if you're like me as a Dolphin fan, you kind of like... feel he's overpaid and almost a little arrogant at times. He's hard to root for.
Too. You never know when he's going to do something stupid, step on somebody or something like that, and then turn around and he's going to be suspended for a game.
He steps on a lot of people.
Do you feel like he's as dominating now as he ever was?
I don't know. I mean, he had really, really good years before. I don't think he's in that realm that he was originally.
Doesn't seem to feel that way.
No.
Yeah.
No.
doesn't have the same kind of feel. So, yeah, what are the Dolphins going to do? There's a lot more questions than there are answers.
I think the offensive line is really the biggest problem that they have to fix that offensive line. If they don't do it, it's not going to be worthwhile to anything. You can have star receivers everywhere, but if the quarterback can't get the ball off because he's getting destroyed every which way, you're screwed anyway. So that's make a difference.
Well, Combine's going to be coming up here before too long. One of the things that's really cool, and I don't even know if a lot of people even know this, about how many star athletes are just chilling in South Florida right now. This is a big time to be out and about and see big names. My daughter last year was doing some stuff for her softball at this little training facility. It's in some industrial park in Boca. Don't even know where it is. Couldn't even tell you how to get there. And I go in there, and Mike Thomas, Joey Bosa, Von Bell, all these guys are just chilling. And I'm like, what is this? And they're there just getting ready for the Combine. It's one of the places where they go and they train.
Weird.
And, there's some – I was talking to somebody yesterday, like when you would lose your mind if you knew how many major NFL players are just here right now. South Florida's a big spot for it.
That's so weird. I know, like, Chris Carter has his training academy in Boca. I don't know if that's the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's the same one. I think he's partner in that.
Huh.
Yeah.
And where you said it's in Boca?
It's in Boca. Yeah.
Where? There's nothing in Boca besides.
I couldn't even find it. I didn't even pay attention. I was like, just in the car, I'm texting. I'm like, I'm here. I'm like, going, there's no sign that even says it's any kind of, you would have no idea. And I'm like, well, what dump is this? And I walk in. I'm like, is that Joey Bosa? Was that Michael Thomas? Was that Von Bell? I'm like, who?
Very confused.
What is this?
Well, it's like hidden somewhere in West Boca, like Sandalfoot? Like
that's what I was thinking. Like, it's got to be, because everywhere else is just malls and Starbucks.
It's just a spot. But yeah, this is the time. And so I'd heard they're all kind of like just chilling and kind of doing their thing. So keep an eye out. It's a good time to go hit sports bars in South Florida, baby, because they're out and about.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, hey, if you're listening to this on 640 The Hurricane, no, it's also a YouTube show. It's a podcast as well. Just go search Kevin's Other Show. Kevin's Other Show. You'll be able to find it. Listen anytime you want on demand.
You listened to him on the KVJ show for years. Every time he tried to talk sports, he'd get shut down. After years of begging, we finally gave in. Brought to you by Wellington Anti-Aging and by Bremen Motors. It's Kevin's Other Show on 640 The Hurricane.